studio now is a data scientist, Adeyemi Odeneye, who will be comparing the new minimum wage being proposed by Labour with that of 5 other African countries. This, of course, and their GDPs. Over to you now, Adeyemi.
The minimum wage being compared across 5 neighboring countries. Nigeria, which is $50, Guinea, $150, Cameroon, $68, Benin, $1,202, Ghana, $57, and Niger, $114. And this shows that among these countries, Nigeria gives the least minimum wage. But now let's look at the annual GDP. Okay, looking at 2017 annual GDP across these 5 neighboring countries, Nigeria inclusive, we have $330 billion from Nigeria. That's a big amount compared to, that's the highest compared to other neighboring countries. Like Guinea, we have $10 billion, Cameroon, which is $35 billion, Benin, $9.3 billion, Ghana, $47 billion, and Niger, $7 billion. We could also go deep down by looking at the GDP per capita. The implication of this says that the GDP per capita for Nigeria appears to be very, very large compared to other neighboring countries, which means that by implication of the statistics can actually afford the minimum wage. But the reality is this, what is the consequence of this increase in the minimum wage if it's been implemented?
Okay, so from your analysis, Nigeria has the lowest minimum wage per capita, but our annual gross domestic product is the highest, just as our GDP per capita. How do we relate that? Why is it so that we have the least minimum wage, yet our GDP and our GDP per capita is higher than the others?
Yeah, if you look at the GDP per capita, like you said, now Nigeria has the highest compared to the others. This could also be because Nigeria also has more expenditure compared to other countries. Okay. Nigeria's expenditure over 2017 goes about over $300 billion, so which is compared. And also, in terms of the population, so Nigeria has got the highest population compared to other neighboring countries.
All right, but this is my understanding. I mean, Benin, Niger, and all the other African countries, that's Cameroon and Guinea, are not as developed as Nigeria, yet gives their worker much higher than under the current minimum wage, which is 18,000 naira. I mean, how do you understand that?
I think this is one of it forms the argument behind the NLC and other trade unions trying to fight for the increase in the minimum wage. That's a kind of empirical justification for that. But I mean, looking beyond these figures, looking at the IGR among states, I'm talking of internally generated revenue among states in other parts of the country, and also looking at the expenses. It may not be the financial capacity of some states may not be able to